How you doing, everybody? This is Rock here. Okay, let's talk about financial success. What is financial success to you? Well, guess what I have? I have a Warren Buffett 10 rules for financial success. And as I read it, I said, oh, pretty much what I think. But I'm just a regular blue-collar guy that became financial independent. Okay? The hard way. The hard way is you got to earn it. Okay? Because there's big decisions, man. And this is my 50th year of business. I started at 21. I am now 71. But I would consider myself financially independent. And I'm going to share it with you about the Warren Buffett strategy and the LaManna strategy. So here we go. 10 rules for financial success by Warren Buffett. Number 1, budget. Okay, you budget. What's incoming, what's outgoing. I've had 8 different businesses, so I know what a budget is. I've also had a budget for my family, right? Because I had 3 children. Been divorced twice, 3 children. I had to budget alimony, child support, education, sports, everything. I had 2 households for 25 years of my life because I've been married twice. Okay, so budget. How many people budget? Not many. I'll tell you that right now. People are always wondering about income, but they're not thinking about, well, hold it here. What's my fixed cost? What's my budget? How much do I have, etc., etc. But I'll keep going here, okay? Number 2, he says, buy assets. Okay, what's that mean? You buy assets, a home, stock, investments that are going to grow. That's what that is, all right? Is buying assets, increase in value. And it's not quick. None of this is quick. This guy is almost 100 years old. You think he did it all at once? No. But he'll tell you he started early, okay? And so on. And guess what he had? He had mentors. Number 3 is the one that I really screwed up, man. Number 3, he says, marry right. I married wrong. He's telling you, marry right, all right? Or he's telling us to marry right. Well, I missed the memo. I missed the note. So I call it, make sure you pick the right horse. I have to laugh because one guy said to me one time during a live on YouTube, he goes, and he was from New Zealand, he goes, I picked the right cow. I hope he was a farmer. Okay, number 4, pay off debt. We all know what that is. Pay off debt. Pay off your home. Pay off your car. Pay off your credit cards. All that stuff. And how does that come about? Through a budget. Bottom line is, don't buy anything in a way. You know what I mean? You invest. And I know it's not that easy. For guys that are billionaires, it is. But I'm telling you, I'm just a regular guy, blue collar. I had to wait. I had a 50-year career. I've had ups and downs. I've had good years, bad years, the whole 9 yards. However, I had hope. And I always had goals. Always. Always had goals. And I tried to share those with my kids too. And I just didn't give shit to my kids. I would say, okay, here's what happens. And I would give them a figure. You work this next 3 months. You do this for your grades. You do this for your education. And I'll keep my promises. But you have to earn it. And they did. They did. So I'm very proud of that. Number 5, invest in yourself. Okay, what does that mean? Invest in yourself. Huh? That's education. That's knowledge. It's wisdom. Another thing is I did a lot of networking. I was in sales, so I had to keep going. I had to keep going. And I would circle myself, and you'll hear about Warren Buffett, with mentors. I had great mentors. And they were always 15, 20 years older than me. Most of my mentors, now that I'm 71, they're gone. Passed away. You know? retired, passed away, health issues, don't have their mental capacity. But my father's still there. He's 100 and he's still sharp. So I have that. Avoid lifestyle creep. What does lifestyle creep mean to you? Lifestyle creep is, let's say you have an income of 100,000 and you keep moving up, 125,000, 100 and so on, and it keeps growing. It's creeping up. Well, here's the problem. A lot of people start spending and it creeps up. They have no budget. They just think it's going to last forever. Nothing lasts forever, as my father would say. Not even life. You don't have to buy brands. You don't have to buy a $2,000 suit like I've done in the past. No, you don't. So that's another one. And we all know Warren is very conservative. You know he's still going to McDonald's because he's invested in it. He goes to the drive-thru every day. He picks up what? His McMuffin and a Diet Coke or whatever it is. Look at Trump. Same thing. McDonald's, Diet Coke. You know, these guys. That's the way it is. Number 7, cut unnecessary expenses. What's an unnecessary expense? My brother-in-law will say to my sister, what do you want? What do you need? We only buy what we need, not what we want. Even at the grocery store. Yes. I don't know. I'm not a drinker, so I don't spend thousands on booze, beer, casinos. I work too hard for my money. But I'll drink more than 1 cup of coffee a day. Sometimes I go out, sometimes I make it myself. But you have to look at simplifying your life. And as you get older, you're going to realize, oh my God, I don't need this shit. And that's kind of where I'm at in my life. It's almost like I don't want to own anything anymore. It's just like, you know what? I don't want any overhead costs. Nothing. Okay? So only you could cut your unnecessary expenses. Now, if you're married, good luck. Because many times you're not on the same level when it comes down to expenditures, okay, and lifestyle. All right? Now, do you need a boat? Do you need a motorcycle? Do you need a nice car or a classic car or whatever? You know, some people, and we're just talking about sleeping at night, you know? As you get older, you want to sleep with no issues of financial distress, you know? Number 8 is I don't agree with him. I don't agree with him. He says invest 20% of your income. I don't believe in that. I believe in 25%. The 25% rule. And the 25% could be at the end of the year. It doesn't have to be monthly. So whatever your income is, you know, 25% of what's available you put aside, or in like my case, I was always like a commission guy. You know what I mean? So I was a 1099, so I wasn't paid until I closed the deal. So when you close a deal or you do distributions at the end of the year for my businesses, I'd always take 25% of that and put it in my retirement fund. Okay? And that's what I'd recommend. And I've been doing it since I was 21. Not every year the same, but pretty damn close.